Hey guys, and welcome to Natural Aesthetics. So this week I've decided to change my routine. I'm going back to basics. I'm only doing 5 days a week, and I'm only training one muscle per day, which I haven't done in quite some time. So Mondays is chest, Tuesdays is back, Wednesdays legs, Thursdays off, Friday shoulders, and Saturday arms. Sunday will also be off. Each week I'll be doing 3 very light cardio sessions per week for around 45 minutes. I just want to lose about 1.5 kilos of body fat before the winter, even though I am bulking. You know, I want my body fat to be at reasonable levels before I start cutting. So I don't want to let it get too out of hand. So the main bonus of training with this style, this one muscle group per day approach, is that I can put all of my energy and focus into one muscle. I can do as many sets and as many reps as I wish. I can spend as much time on that muscle as I want. I don't have to conserve any energy for remaining muscle groups that I might have to train during that session. You know, for example, if I'm doing upper, lower, or push-pull lower, I have to do multiple muscle groups per session, so I have to be wary of saving some energy and time to hit those remaining muscle groups after the first muscle is done. I don't have to worry about that at all during this style of training. Everything can go into that one muscle, which I quite like. It keeps it simple, and like I said, I haven't done it for a while, so very interested to see what happens. Over the last few years, natural bodybuilding, the kind of meta for it has shifted towards a high frequency approach where you're training the one muscle group maybe 2 or 3, maybe even 4 times a week, which helps to increase your overall volume per week. It's a good way of training, and one in which I found to have benefit. I've improved my physique because of it. I definitely became stronger from doing that style of training, especially a couple of years ago when I was bulking in between shows. I was training full body 3 times a week, sometimes even 4 times a week, and I saw fantastic strength gains utilising a program called Mad Cow. Did that a few times. Smolov, I was hitting maybe squats 4 times a week, so it works very well. But you're always fearful of spending too much energy and time on the first exercise, the first muscle group. For example, when I was doing Mad Cow, the main emphasis of the workouts was squats, and I got very, very good at squats, became very strong. My legs grew a lot, but perhaps everything else suffered because I was putting so much energy and time into that. Especially as a natural bodybuilder, I don't think you can keep the energy and the strength going for that long during the session. So you have to be mindful of that, the way you structure your sessions, and that's perhaps where this style of training comes into play. Started off the chest session with my bench press, following a very simple progression scheme on that. 1 week I'm doing 3 sets of 10, then 4 sets of 8, and then 5 sets of 6, increasing the weight each time, and then resetting and starting with a slightly heavier weight. For the remaining exercises, I don't really have any progression scheme in place as such, more so just focused on improving my overall volume per muscle group anyhow that I can, really. So I have little mini plates. I have 8 0.25 kilos, and they're really, really handy. Helps me to improve the weight that I'm using each week without putting a 1.25 on or a 2.5 kilo plate on. It sometimes just isn't possible. I'll be trying to add reps and sets to the workout, and if I feel like I don't have the strength to add any weight to the bar, then I may just add an extra set in. So just trying to increase volume overall per muscle group, rather than focusing on a specific amount of work that I have to do on each exercise. More just an overall approach, and I think each week it should be easy for me to improve that without getting bogged down and without feeling negative if I don't improve upon what I did from last week every single exercise. As long as it's overall, the session is overall more volume than last week, and that's cool, because otherwise it just gets too mentally challenging, and depending on how hard you work during the first exercise is really going to influence what you can do for the remaining exercises. If my bench press on my chest day was really taxing, then my second exercise, my pec deck, may be really, really hard. I might not be able to hit the same amount of weight and reps that I did for last week. So, you have to be sensible and understand that sometimes you're not going to improve every exercise. So on Tuesday, the day after I did my back, So it just makes sense to, do some sort of pulling after a push, because you're using different muscles. You never really want to schedule shoulders after chest, for example, or arms before upper body, because it's going to interfere. So much the same really, a fair amount of sets, and just willing to try. Much the same really for back, a fair amount of sets done for the session. Starting off with pullovers, you can use a dumbbell for those. It's great with a dumbbell, but I just feel this machine is absolutely fantastic, and making the most of it, because I'm training in this gym and I haven't seen them elsewhere really. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll be uploading all of my sessions this week, so hopefully some hardcore bodybuilding style sessions coming your way. If you enjoyed the video, then please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already and you want to see more natural bodybuilding videos. You don't have to train in one particular style as a natural bodybuilder. You don't have to follow the trend. There are other ways to build muscle as a natural. Hopefully I'll demonstrate that via these videos coming up. So check out my social media. The links are in the description box below. If you've got any questions regarding natural bodybuilding, then just leave a comment in the comment section below. Stay strong.